Okay, this section is about adding and subtracting radical expressions. Okay, example 1. Okay, when you add or subtract radical expressions, just perform this like combining like terms or factoring. So in this case, square root of 7 is a common factor, so we can just try using factoring out square root of 7. So that means 1 plus 5 minus 2 times square root of 7. Now we usually write the common factor first, but in this case, let's write the square root later. So 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 square root of 7. So when we write a radical expression, always the radical comes later. Okay. And the next one, okay, square root of x, just like combining like terms. We have square root of x, square root, and the cube root of 4, cube root of 4. So we can combine like terms, just like combining like terms. So let's combine this term and this term because they have square root of x. So 6 minus 5 is what? So what we can do is add up the coefficients. 6 minus 5, square root of 4. And this and the others are what? Cube root of 4, cube root of 4. So we can combine these two. So plus negative 1 plus 2 cube root of 4. Now that is equal to square root of 4. 6 minus 5 is 1. So square root of 4. And negative 1 plus 2 is 1, positive 1. So plus cube root of 4. These two are different. One is square root, the other one is cube root. They are different. They are not alike. They are not the same. I'm sorry. This got to be an x, right? Not 4. Sorry. So this is x. X. Okay. And next one. Okay, let's find the same radicals. And these are same radical, so we will combine these two, and these two are the same radical, so we will combine these two. So 8 plus 3 is what? 8 plus 2, so 3 plus 2, right? 3 plus 2. So we can put 3 plus 2 together, followed by cube root of x. And then the last two are the same radicals, so we can put 1 and negative 8 together, followed by square root of x. So that is equal to 5 cube root of x minus 7 square root of x. Okay, make sure that cube root of x and square root of x are not the same. They are different radicals because the index is different. Okay, then let's try another one. Okay, in this example, let's add radical expressions. Okay, before we add, we have to simplify each radical so that we can see what the like radicals are. So 45x is, okay, 45 is 5 times 9, and this is square root. 5 times 9, so we can write it as 9 times 5x, 9 times 5x, and 20 is 4 times 5, 4 times 5 times x. And 9 is, square root of 9 is 3. So we can make 3 instead of square root of 9. Then 3, okay, square root of 9 is 3. And then 5x that's inside. And here, square root of 4 is 2. So take 2 out, then 3 times 2 is 6. Okay. Let me write it here. So we can take 2 out, then we have 5x. Okay, then from here it is 5x, square root of 5x, square root of 5x. So they are like radicals. So we can add the numbers. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Square root of 5x. So this is equal to 9 square root of 5x. Okay. So we got to simplify each radical so that it's much easier to find the like radicals. Okay, the next one. x cubed, square root of x cubed, we can separate it so that it becomes 5 times square root of x squared times x minus 4, not 4, x times square root of, okay, 4 is 2 squared. 4 is 2 squared. So now we can take this x out, 5x square root of x minus, take this 2 out, so 2x square root of x. Now as you can see here, these two terms have x square root of x square root of x. So why don't we, factor out this x square root of x? Because they are common factors. And these two are the like radicals. So what we can do is add up what? 5 and negative 2. 5 and negative 2, so that is 5 minus 2. X square root of x. So that is equal to 3x square root of x. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's simplify the first radical. So 64. Okay, so 6 times 64 is 4 times 6. 4 times 6. And then we know that 4 square root of 4 is 2. And then the denominator is square root of x to the fourth power. X to the fourth power is x squared and squared. So we can take x squared out. Okay, the second radical is what? 3 times square root of, okay, 54 is 6 times 9. 6 times 9, and 6 and 9 can be, square root of 9 is 9. And the denominator is still same, square root of x to the fourth power. X to the fourth power is x squared squared. Alright, then the denominator of the first radical expression is x squared. And the numerator is 6 times 2. 6 times 2, square root of 6. Because this 4 can get out. 4 is, square root of 4 is 2. And minus 3 times square root of 9 is 3. And 6 that's inside. And the denominator x squared. Okay, since the denominator is same, we can add the numerators. So the numerator is 6 times 2 is 12, square root of 6, minus 3 times 3 is 9, square root of 6. And finally, the numerator is what? Square root of 6, square root of 6. So they are like radicals. So 12 minus 9. 12 minus 9 is 3 square root of 6 over x squared. Okay, let's try letter D. Okay, then the first expression is 50 is equal to 2 times 25. So 2 times 25. And y to the fifth power is what? Y squared times y. Okay, minus 32 is 2 times 16. 2 times 16 because we want to make a square. So 16 is 4 squared. And then y to the fifth power is still same as y squared times y. Then plus 3y squared square root of 2y. Okay, then the first radical is, we can take 5 out because square root of 25 is 5. And then y out, another y out. So that is y squared. And then the factors 2 and y stays inside. Minus, okay, square root of 16 is 4. And then this y out. So y times y is y squared. And 2y stays inside. And the last one, there's no change. So there are 3 terms, and each term has radical expression y squared times 2 square root of 2y. So they are all like radicals. So what we do is add up all these coefficients. So this is equal to 5 minus 4 plus 3 y squared square root of 2y. So 1 plus 3 is 4 y squared square root of 2y. Okay, in this example 3, we will simplify each expression by combining like terms. So first, let's simplify each radical so that we can combine the like radicals. Okay, this is cube root, so 54 should be written as a cube, and 54 is 2 times 27. Okay, 2 times 27, and 27 is 3 cubed. So this is 2 times 27. Okay, let me write 27. And then y to the 5th power is y cubed times y squared. Okay, plus 4 times cube root of 2y squared. I don't have enough space. Okay, let me write it here. Okay, we know this. 27 is 3 cubed. So we can take 3 out. And then y cubed, so that we can take y out. Then cube root of 2y squared. So 2y squared stays inside the cube root. And the second expression is same, unchanged, 2y squared. So as we can see here, this is cube root of 2y squared. Cube root of 2y squared. So we can combine these two. So it will be 3y plus 4 parenthesis cube root of 2y squared. You know, just like factoring out the common factors. Okay, so we will assume that this like radical is a common factor. Okay, the next one is, okay, this is also cube root. So then let's change the radical as a product of some cubes. Okay, 6 is just 6. X to the 4th power is x cubed times x. Plus cube root of, okay, 48 is 2 times 24. And 6 times 8, right? 6 times 8. 6 times 8. And then cube root of 8 is 2. Okay, the last one is cube root of, okay, 164. 162, okay, 162 is 2 times 81, and 81 is 9 times 9, but let's try from 3. 3 times 27, 27 is 3 times 9, and 9 is 3 times 3. So 162 is 3 cubed times 6. Right, 3 cubed times 6. And then x to the 4th power. X to the 4th power is x cubed times x, because 40 is 3 plus 1. Then from here, we can take this x out because x is cubed. And then cube root of 6 and x stays inside. Plus, okay, cube root of 8 is 2. So take 2 out, and then 6x stays inside. Minus, here we can take this 3 and x out. So 3x cube root of 6x. All these terms have cube root of 6x. This is cube root of 6x, cube root of 6x. So we can factor that out so that we can add all the other factors. X plus 2 minus 3x cube root of 6x. Then x plus 3x is negative 2x plus 2 cube root of 6x. Okay, let's do the other one. Alright, so this is cube root, and 6 and 16 we can reduce it. So 6 over 2 is 3, 16 over 2 is 8. And then we can separate the numerator, so cube root of 3x and then cube root of 8 plus 2 times cube root of x. Okay, let me go to the right. Then the denominator is cube root of 8 is 2. So cube root of 3x over the denominator is 2. And then plus 2 times cube root of x. This is 3x, sorry, this 3x, right? 3 cube root of 3x, cube root of 3x, cube root of 3x. And then since the denominator is 1, why don't we multiply or find the LCD? So cube root of 3x over 2 plus, we multiply both top and bottom by 2. So 4 cube root of x over 2. So this is equal to cube root of 3x plus 4 times cube root of, why am I keep writing x? 3x over 2. So finally, cube root of 3x, cube root of 3x is like terms. So 1 plus 4 is 5 over 2, right? 5 over 2. So the numerator is 5 times cube root of 3x. Then you can separate the radical expressions. So 5 over 2 times cube root of 3x. So you can write the answer like this or like this, it's okay. Okay, let's simplify these expressions. So we will do the same thing. Square root of 7. The second part is the rational. We have to do rationalize the denominator for the second term. So we gotta multiply square root of 7, the both top and bottom by what? Square root of 7, so that we can make the denominator non-radical. So that is equal to square root of 7 minus 5 square root of 7 over 7. Then this is equal to, okay, this is over 1, so we can make it 7 square root of 7 over 7 minus 5 square root of 7 over 7. So that is equal to the numerator. Add the numerator, 7 square root of 7 minus 5 square root of 7 over 7. So that equals, okay, square root of 7, these two are the common, the like radicals. So 5 minus 2, 5 minus 7 is 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So the numerator is 2 square root of 7 over 7. Okay, next. Okay, 12y. 12y is 4 times 3. 4 times 3y. And the denominator, and then the second term is, we gotta multiply both top and bottom by square root of 3y. Square root of 3y. Okay, then square root of 4 becomes 2 square root of 3y minus the numerator is y times square root of 3y. The denominator is just 3y. And then as you can see here, we can reduce y. So that is equal to 2 square root of 3y minus square root of 3y over 3. So let's make it LCD. Then multiply the first term by 3 over 3. So 6 square root of 3y over 3. So multiply both top and bottom by 3. And then minus square root of 3y over 3. Now we have the same denominators. So the numerator is 6 square root of 3y minus square root of 3y. And then these two are the like radicals. So it will be 6 minus 1 square root of 3y over 3. So that is 5 square root of 3y over 3. Okay, in this example, let's find the perimeter of this triangle. The perimeter is sum of all three side lengths. So let's write each expression of the side length. Square root of x, the bottom is square root of x, the right side is 3 times square root of x, and the hypotenuse is square root of 10x. So when we add these three expressions, we will combine the like radicals. So here it is, these two are the like radicals. So 1 plus 3 is 4, right? 1 plus 3 and then square root of x. Just like combining like terms or factoring out the common factors. And square root of 10x. 10 is not a perfect square, so just leave it. And this is equal to 4 square root of x plus square root of 10x. And these two are not like radicals, so leave it as it is. Done.